Hello guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. I'm back again with another video. So today I'm actually making a blackout video. Like, I've been postponing to make this video today. I've been feeling a little bit low, so like I even went out, like, I felt so stuffed, so I had to just make a video. So that is actually like this because I don't feel like showing up my face. So anyway, okay, this video is actually inspired by I saw someone that I don't talk to anymore, and this person was actually fighting me, not physically obviously, but he was actually fighting me in terms of, like, he felt intimidated by me, which was weird. And he was having an issue. He viewed me as someone who's more successful than him, which I don't understand why he has to compare himself to me. Obviously I know that he was jealous and blah blah blah, and I had to let him go. And I was like, you know what, I need to make a video about this. And you know what, here I'm making a video about success. The funny part was that I've been seeing a lot of weight, like success. So I was like, you know what, I need maybe this is actually a download. I even saw someone was talking about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use people as a download to talk about this. So when it comes to success, okay, we define success differently because we're different and we don't know what is exactly as actually sus. Look, no, let me just clear that. I'm talking about we are individual, so you don't know how I actually describe success. You don't know, I don't know how you actually describe success, but I like to believe success for me, as I said, this is actually based on my own personal experience as how I actually view success, and we define success differently. So for me, success, I'm talking about success in health, I'm talking about success in mentally, I'm talking about success physically, I'm talking about success financially, I'm talking about success emotionally, because emotional wealth, spiritual wealth to me is very important, and having a connection that are actually genuine and that actually makes sense to me, and that I feel loved, because that shit is something that we are all supposed to be experiencing. But because we are surrounded by people who are actually greedy to the point that they don't allow themselves to heal from whatever that made them the way they are, so now it's something that is actually rare to connect to people who are actually genuine. And as much as that is, we can't go about heal people if they don't want to heal. So obviously the definition of success in Google, it's the accomplishment of any aim on purpose. You hear what I mean? It's the accomplishment of any aim or purpose. So what I'm saying is, we define success differently. If you define success a manner of to see other people what is happening on their table and find it something that is the issue, maybe you feel intimidated by other people just because they have more than you do. Probably the issue is you. For example, I've been coming across a lot of people asking me about what I want. Whenever I define success, they look at me differently, which is something that I knew that I'm not talking to people that actually understand me. And as much as that is the case, I'm aware that there are plenty of people who actually have a same mentality as me, in terms of, like, whenever they describing success, whenever they are actually talking, like, we share the same mind. So obviously people who are still victim, slave of our society programming. They're still finding themselves as they think competition is healthy. Whenever you find yourself in a place where you're competing with other people, just know you are broke. Your spirit is actually broke. Whenever you find other people's progress or other people's abundance, it's something that intimidates you. It's because your soul is broke and you are the slave to your own appetite. So it's it has not success has nothing to do with what other people are experiencing in their life, what other people are actually having, and it has nothing to do with you beating other people to be on top. It has to do with you being better than where you are in your health. For example, you know that you suffer from not eating healthy, and you want to improve, finding yourself making eating healthy a habit. It's success to me. And to find yourself knowing that you don't like the way you respond to certain situation, and you want to uh, adapt to having emotional intelligent, emotional health, emotional wealth, it's success to me. To find yourself in a place where you are allowing yourself to let go of your appetite to the form that you ended up starting to eat healthy, and exercising and taking care of your body, because at the end of the day, physical healthy, it's necessary. Your body carry you. You are responsible for taking care of it. You don't have to do join gym, do the hard training and stuff. You just have to find something that actually works for you, probably hiking, walks, uh hiking, that actually planned cycling, anything that can work for you, that is actually able to make yourself feel physical health. That is actually success. To put yourself in a position that whereby you are giving your mind what your mind want, like expanding the knowledge that you already have, to find yourself letting go of habit that actually hinder you from experiencing a new knowledge, your ego. It's actually success to me. And like financially, to see yourself moving from a place where you are and moving yourself away from the yo-yo financially state, whereby, or the minute you are there, your money is yo-yo. It's because you are like you having a certain mindset around money. You have to work through it, and it's actually your responsibility. I'm actually healing from it. I'm actually healing from the mentality I have around money. And to be honest, I'm quite triggered. So just I'm wait okay, I won't say I'm waiting. I can't wait to be in the phase where I feel comfortable with certain things when I actually do, because to me that is actually success. To see myself moving away from the friendship that is trying by all means to dim my light, instead of actually see me as I am, to love me for who I am, to not find my ambition or whatsoever that I actually want to accomplish as something that is intimidating, or whether my personality is something that's supposed to be intimidated. To find myself moving from friendship that are actually surface, friendship that are fake, friendship that are whatsoever, even family members that are actually like that, moving from away from fakeness around people, to moving to genuine people who love you for who you are, that don't find whatever that you want crazy, or trying by all means to make you feel bad about it. That is actually success. But of course, I'm expecting to do I have to do the same. As much as I desire such genuine friendship or family, I have a responsibility. I have to be that to others too, because that is something that we have to it's when it comes to relationship, it's a thing of give and take. So to me, that is actually success. So I don't understand whenever you define success in a manner of when I have more than other people. So a lot of people, they try by all means. That's why there's one of a spiritual teacher, and on actually on Instagram that I came across. She wrote something like, the thing is, when people are viewing you as that you are better than them, is because, oh my god, I don't remember how she said it, but she said it in a manner that you can just feel it, like, because a lot of time when people feel intimidated, they tend to, not all of them, they project their own insecurities as me, like they believe that you are better, which is not true. It's just who you are. You are being genuine, and your authenticity, your genuineness, your originality intimidate them because they are not themselves. They're not willing to do inner work. So whenever you're doing something that is authentic to you, they find it intimidating because they are not being authentic. They are still operating from society programming that you have supposed to have a degrees or PhD, expensive car, and you're supposed to move in cities whatsoever, which is okay because that's how you choose to define success. But to me, it's something that is common that a lot of people are doing, and I don't think it's something that my soul want. So a lot of people are refusing to look within themselves what how they define success. Some people, success is having family. When I'm talking about family, it can be friendship that tend to family. It can be your dogs, your and whatever animals that you choose to pet. It can be whenever you are lesbian or choose to adopt, or gay, choose to adopt, or maybe finding surrogate. It you choose to make family like that. Sometimes other it's because they are in a relationship whereby there's a man and a woman, they choose to have their own kids, or maybe blended family. That how they actually, to them it's success. Other people, success is view them as that they can have it all, but to them the best thing that ever happened to them, it was having what, a family. So whenever you are defining success to the point that you are finding other people, whatever that they're doing, intimidate you to the point that you're projecting your insecurities, you just need to sit down and and work on yourself, because whatever other people are doing has nothing to do with you. Like for example, lately I've been seeing a lot of people purchasing car, and I'm like, wow, like, you can feel like it's something that they actually want so badly. It's something that they've been working on getting and whatsoever. And I was like, you know that feeling when you're excited about something. And I also saw someone, not I that I saw someone, it's I saw a poster of someone that I actually knew that I once met. He said he wanted something to do with being on in the entertainment industry, and I saw a poster on of him, and I was like, wow, like, I was so like, I wanted to like, and the thing is, I was inside the store, so the poster was there, and he started as a model and everything, and I was like, you know what, like, I don't know, it just looks so cute. I even wanted to, like, I know this guy. Do you know that fake thing that you do, where like you wanna just tell everybody that I know the person, like that, how excited I was. So whenever I find people, I'm not saying there was never a time where I actually find myself uh feeling jealous, because I remember I had once had a roommate 2018. That girl has things that I actually wanted. It was a first time in my life that I actually find myself being jealous of someone. Like, I felt like her life, it was like, okay, she had a very shitty childhood. She lived life like Cinderella, but we both live life like Cinderella. But she find her prince, and I was like, why my story was never like that? And I had to be prince to myself. I had to do the prince to myself. And after like that, I was like, why did I fall like that? I know that I always I still believe in fairy tales, and the fact that my life resonate with a lot of stories that are actually fairy tales, it just makes sense to believe in it. I just believe in fantasy, but I don't dwell on it that much long, because I know that I have to work, I have to do things that are actually human form, because I'm actually in this um plane. So I have to know when I have to be in my fairy tale. I know when I have to be in whatsoever, because most of the time I used to be on my fairy tales. So I understand why my life turned up the way turned up. It was for me to develop more than I did. So I'm telling, like, I'm not saying I've been innocent. Like, I did find myself being jealous of that woman, but not to the point that I'm being nasty or being mean. I just felt like why my life story was never like hers, and why, like, she had so much, like, money, everything. Like, she had, it was the first time in my life I came across someone who was that abundant, and I was like, wow. Eventually later on I met a lot of people, but she had, like, obvious I didn't want to get married, but I felt like no, like, my jealous was like that. So I, like, whenever you find yourself being jealous of someone, it has nothing to do with them, it has nothing to do with them. You just have to work on themselves, on yourself. So in that dream, I was it was like I was angry, having this conversation with someone, that person, and to have someone that you don't speak to, like, for months anymore. It's weird to see them in your dreams, but I glad that I had to find myself talking about this now, and to be in a position where I'm actually sharing, because I didn't understand why. I think most of the time people are actually jealous. Okay, not all. It's because it's something that they actually want. Because when I'm looking back to the people who actually had issue with how I actually do things, it's because it's something that they want. It's just something that they no longer operating from. Because some people, whenever they experience a bitter side of life, they ended up uh um changing who they are, their innocence. So they find my innocence as something that they feel like I've never experienced any hardship. I had it easy, I had this and that. So when they come across someone who's like me, obvious I've never told them about my where I come from, but they think it's weird to be like that. It's weird to be in a innocent as much as like some sort of a fairy tale, because if it, they think it's unreal. But at the end of the day, they know that I did the shadow work. I'm doing the shadow work. I'm constantly healing. I know that I'm not perfect. I know that I don't know everything. So I just put myself in a position where I am constantly learning. I am constantly unlearning. I know that I don't know everything. I'm just a student of life. So they hate that. They hate the fact that I still upgrade myself. So you know that. So people, you can't help people who are actually like that. You can't, because education, it's something that I would say it's free in my country, but at the same time, as long as you are able to afford a phone, whether it's an Android or you choose to buy iPhone, I don't care. You have access to learn something. Like, you might not have the money to buy books to develop yourself, but there are plenty of books that you can actually read that are actually old, that you can still be able to download. And I've started from there. So I don't understand why people are mad when you're developing yourself, So anyway, we define success differently. I don't understand why we have to compete with others. The fact that you find yourself competing with other people, you still have a long way to go. And because you know that you're not competent to do the task, taking responsibility, you have to heal from that, because have awareness that you have a spirit of trying to compete with other people because you feel incompetent, and that is your responsibility. It has nothing to do with other people. Just work on yourself, just be better than where you are. That is actually success, to see yourself moving away from this mentality to another mentality, to see yourself moving away from a scarcity mentality, poverty mentality to a state whereby you know that you are wealth, you operate from prosperity, you are not lacking of anything. It's actually what it's a miracle. I like to believe my life is a miracle. Like I still believe in such things, because to see myself in a place where I said I won't be able to make it, I won't be able to heal from this, I won't be able to heal from this. It's a miracle, because I choose to do the shadow work, and I didn't know what exactly is gonna happen after that, what I'm doing. I just had faith that I can be better, I can be better than where I was. So you are able to do that. That is actually accessible towards you, so you don't have to find yourself being talking about other people's progress. We define success differently, and as much we do a lot of inner work within ourselves, we realize we have a lot, and we will realize we don't even want something that is actually common with other people. We actually have find ourselves loving ourselves more than we did. So thank you guys for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing on my YouTube channel. And uh, the donation is still open. Don't be afraid to donate. So yeah, thank you again.